how you've been in a lot of games. How difficult is it to not overreact to one loss and to be able to get back up for a game like Missouri?
I don't think. Obviously, there's difficulties and challenges with everything, but I think no matter what happens, win or loss the previous week, Coach Stoops talks about it all the time. You have to be ready to put it behind you, win or loss, and get ready for the next opponent. Because at the end of the day, records, we know in our league, records rarely matter. It's always tight ball games. It's always tough sledding in the trenches. Those same things will always apply. So it's always about just, as a team, being able to understand that we need to get back up on the pavements. If we got knocked down last week, got to be able to get up, shake it off, and get ready to hit somebody else in the mouth.
What have you seen from that Missouri defensive line on tape so far?
They're very good, very solid team. They're going to be playing with multiple fronts, but they're a team that likes to have 5 big guys in the game. We have to be ready for that, especially with our identification and stuff like that. But they're intense defense. We understand that they got after a couple teams, even though the game might not have gone their way at the very end. They're in all these games and they play very hard and they play with the chip on their shoulder. So we have to be ready to not just match that intensity, but exceed it.
Kenneth, you guys are usually the chip on your shoulder team since you've been here. And the last time out there, I think the roles were kind of reversed. Do you remember much about that showing or where the intensity and focus was?
Yeah, I remember very well, but at the end of the day, it's always our job to play with that chip on our shoulder. At the University of Kentucky, that's something we pride ourselves on. We got to stick to our 4 core discipline, attitude, toughness, discipline, pride, our core 4 principles. But we're always going to be known, the University of Kentucky is always going to be known for playing hard, playing gritty, playing tough, giving everything we got. And no matter what happens, we're going to let the chips fall they may, but we're always going to play our hearts out.
Kenneth, you're a veteran and you're not afraid to speak out and speak up. Are you trying to be a little more outspoken with the younger guys this week? Is it something that's needed a little bit more this week?
Yes, sir. I think it's not just me, but it's also all the other captains, Will, C-Rod, Dub. We're a player-led team, so we like to make sure that we're setting the standard with everything we do, and that starts with making sure the energy is high, the juice is always high. But our guys understand what we need to do, the attention to detail that we need to have, and the intensity that we need to play with that goes along with it. So it's all about just making sure those things stay together, and then week in and week out basis, make sure we're attacking every day with the same amount of intensity, no matter who we're playing.
You guys angry?
Yes, sir. We're determined. We're ready to go out. We know we didn't put our best foot out there last week, and we're ready to show the country that no matter what, that we're going to keep fighting, that we're going to get up off the pavement, and we're going to prove to the world that we're not going to lay down. Coach Stoops was talking about it earlier this week. We're going to lay down, we're going to give up, or we're going to get back up, keep hitting somebody in the mouth and let the chips fall. And that's exactly what we plan on doing.
What about your season individually and making the adjustment to playing tackle full time? How do you feel like that's going?
I feel like it's gone well. There's been ups and downs. Definitely hasn't been perfect, but I'm thankful to the coaches that they've put me in this position to be able to show my versatility. But at the end of the day, it's all about the O-line as a whole, how we're playing together. It's all about 5 guys being on the same page. And if, like I said earlier, when this move happened, if putting me at tackle gives us the best chance to win, I'm all for it. And it's my job to make sure I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I'm not just out there just to be out there, but I'm doing my best to get better each and every day. And then hopefully that trickles down to the rest of the team.
Where do you think the offensive line, the 5 of you together, where are you right now at this point in the season in your development, you think?
Right now, I think we've made some big strides over the past couple weeks. Starting in the run game, I feel a couple weeks ago we finally started to be able to pick that up, and we're just coming together as a close group. We've had to rotate guys, and we've had a lot of different lineups to start games, dealing with health issues and stuff like that. But the more reps we get together, the better we'll be. I have no doubt about that.
Whenever a coach brings an NFL offense into college, people say, is it going to be too complicated for the players? Has that been an issue at all this year?
No, sir, I don't believe it's too complicated, but I believe there is a high attention to detail. And when we play the game without that level of attention to detail, it shows. You know, there's a lot of times where we have a negative run or something like that, or pressure or something like that, and it looks like we're very far off, but when we go back and we watch the film, we realize it's always just one guy here, some guy not doing the right thing. So it's our job to make sure that all 5 guys are on the same page, communicating with each other, playing physical, and just playing their tail off.
Everybody good?